Hey, this is Dawn from New Dawn Coaching and Training, and welcome to your It's All About That Strength class. Today we are doing strength training for a solid 30 minutes, and we're gonna hit your upper body, your lower body, and your core. So equipment-wise today, you're gonna want a set of dumbbells, probably a little more medium, maybe slightly heavier. If you're on a wood floor, have a mat, and also an exercise band. I've got my band today with my handles. So let's get you going for this class. So you're ready to go? Let's grab one of your weights. We're holding it right at the end right here. We're gonna start with a little squat down up. We wanna warm up today. So we're going down and up. We're taking it real easy for the first few moments here. We're giving your body a little wake up call, let it know it's gonna have to move today. This is a plie squat. So when we do this type of squat, we bend forward slightly. We hold our abs in. Just pushing up through the shoulders today. 2 more. And 1 more to go. All set. Bring the weight in, slide those feet together. Weight is here. We're just going to swing it from side to side for a moment. If that's real heavy, you don't have to go too high. But I'm going to take a little step away and away and away. Lifting those arms up if you can to shoulder height. So if that weight is on the lighter side, even higher than that today. Up and up. Good, good. One more step side to side. And we're gonna be all done with that. So I want you to go ahead and put your weight down for a moment. And let's keep the feet wide. And we're gonna reach side to side and side to side. So over we go. Over we go. Abs should be held in. You're drawing that navel in. 2 more. Nice, stay put and keep those toes turned out a little bit. Side to side lunge. Over we go. Feet are wide enough that the knees do not go over the toes. Bent forward slightly, resting those hands lightly at those thighs. No rounding or hunching in your back of your shoulders. 1 more each way. And we're all set. So we're gonna stay in the center. We're gonna bend forward at the hips. Keep those hands on your thighs. I want you just to do a gentle twist here. And 1 the other way. Press down over there. And over there. Moving through that torso, pressing through the front of the shoulder. 1 more is right here. And we're set with that. So you're gonna be in the center. You're gonna slide those feet together, and I want you just to pick up each knee nice and high, nice and high. And the arms right here, we're gonna pull back both arms. We wanna open up your chest, open up your shoulders. So those front muscles are taking a little bit of a stretch. Nice and high with the knees, warm up those hip flexors. Those legs are probably gonna see a little bit of work today. 4. 2 more. 1 more time. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pause, take a big inhale. Exhale down, keeping that warm up a little bit shorter. So we're gonna get you down on the floor. Our first set today of work on the floor is just warming up for a plank, or some push-ups. We're warming up via a plank. So we're gonna get you on your toes, in your hands. Notice this straight line from the top of the head down to the heels. Navel is in, so we're not letting anything sag down. And here's what you're gonna do is just drop the knees briefly and coming up. So our first strength training exercise today, they're push-ups, so we don't wanna dive right into them without warming up your torso for these. So 2 more, and then 1 more time right here. And then we're gonna drop you down to those knees. Shift the body weight back briefly. All right, you ready to give those push-ups a shot? So if you're new to the world of push-ups, they don't have to go very low, or they could even be done from the knees. So I'm gonna have you come up on your toes, and we're just gonna go down and up like that. So notice we're not sagging our backs. Notice we are keeping the stomach in as much as possible, and we're breathing. Now those elbows, they flare out to the sides instead of going behind me. They're not aiming back behind, they're aiming out to sides of the room. The head is in line with the spine. Now if you're new, again, to push-ups, you're not going all the way down. And especially here as we get a little further towards the end of our set, you might say, I don't know if I want to take those quite as low anymore. 2 more. After this 1 more, we're going to grab our dumbbells and we're gonna sit on the floor. So go ahead and grab those weights. And then you're gonna lay down on the floor. We're gonna do some flies now, still working our chest. And we're gonna work our abs a little bit too. So you're gonna get our legs straight up in the air. And what I want to start with is just the legs, lowering down a little bit, coming back up. Now I want to lower down enough that it's a true challenge for me to keep my lower back down, so that low back does not leave the floor here, okay? Let's do some flies. Out with the arms. Now with the fly, we're only gonna tap lightly the back of that upper arm. So we're not resting down there. 3, and then up. Soft elbows, 4. So as I lower down my legs, low back is not coming off the floor. If it is, you might be going too far down your legs today. Wrists are straight. And we're gonna go out and back up. Now, if you don't feel much work going on your core, perhaps you should lower your legs just a little bit more there, okay? So out, don't rest those arms. We're gonna have you check out 3 more. Hopefully, things are working now. 2 more. How about one more time? So if you didn't feel this, next time we do this, you need heavier weights, okay? So I'm gonna bend my knees, feet to floor, weights are down, roll up. So that's 1 round. We gotta do it again. Gearing up for push-ups again. So if you're saying, I can't do those on my toes, you're welcome to do them on your knees. Just keep the back straight, okay? Here we go, up on the toes. My navel is in, down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, don't hold your breath. 5, 6, keep the hips in line with the rest of your body. We don't want to pike the hips up, that's called cheating. 4, 3, how about we do 2 more? I know you've got 1 more time in you. Awesome. So let's lay down again. We're going to grab our dumbbells and do another round of the flies and the legs. Did you grab heavy enough weights? Do you know they're gonna work you? All right. Start just the legs. Forward. I'm gonna come up just a little. I'm finding that if I come all the way up, the work stops. I wanna keep those muscles turned on. Let's do 1 more. I've got my abs held in. Are you ready to do the chest work with the fly? And then up, and then out. So remember, we're looking to keep the lower back down right there. 3. We don't want it to come off the floor. And lowering. Trying to keep the legs on the straight side if you can. I tend to not go very fast in these movements, because if we go fast, we let momentum take over. And that's not gonna get you any gains at all. We're here to get you stronger today. So how about we do 4 more? You good holding those abs in? Yeah. 3. Are you going low enough? Are you feeling work? But not resting the arms on the floor. 1 more is what we're looking for right here, okay? Oh, would you hate me too much if I told you there's 1 more set of all of this? Just 1 more set of push-ups. You can do that. I know you can. Hands going a little wider. Toes back. Now you want to make sure you're keeping your shoulders over those hands. We wouldn't want to be back like that. We want to stay over the hands, okay? So here we go. 1. If we keep your shoulders more over the hands, we'll use your chest. 4, 5, 6. We would definitely want to keep the hands wide enough here. 7, 8. So those elbows go out to the sides. Now I have a little challenge for you. 2 more. Since it's our last set, we might as well know we really did it, right? I want you to go down to wherever your halfway point is right here. And little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Yeah, I didn't like those very much either. So grab your dumbbells for flies 1 more time, okay? And I'm gonna mess with the legs a little bit. So the weights are gonna start here. My knees are bent, check it out. Out, in, just for something different. Right there is a challenge to keep my back down and my stomach in. We're gonna do 2 more so you know how to control your body. Are you ready to add the fly in motion? Here we go. 1, back in, 2. So I wanna get very good at the top of my pelvis tilted back right there. That's gonna keep your back down. It's gonna train good habits, how you wanna hold your pelvis in your back, because that's really gonna make a difference in the health of your back. Over time, it really, really will. Now, if you're having a hard time getting these weights back up, maybe you're not going all the way down anymore. Ideally, we're lightly tapping the backs of those arms right there. But if you can't bring them up anymore, make it a little smaller. We do have 3 more. We good here? I'm gonna do 2 more. Still got my back down. 1 more time, take it out. Back in, all right. So we're gonna put our weights down and we're gonna give you a quick stretch. You can just pull those knees in. If your back might have felt a little something there, so just wanna rest it for a few seconds. But the rest is over. Roll up. All right, so I'm gonna need 1 medium to heavy weight. If you just have lights, you could grab both your lights. I'm gonna move my mat out of the way. I'm not gonna need it for a little while. All right, so we're gonna move on with a plie squat and an overhead tricep. So the feet are wide. If you got the heavy weight, hold it at the ends. If you have the 2 lights, hold them both together like that, okay? You start over your head. What we're gonna do is just start with the triceps. I want you to get used to that. See how my elbows are staying close to me? Now we're gonna do a little squat, come back up. Elbows stay on 2, we're not letting them spread out. 3. Now if you have those 2 light weights, keep them separated a little bit. That way you're making each arm pull its own weight. But if it's too hard, touch them together. Keep the heels down. There's a slight bend forward right there. Remember that part. Ooh, yeah. Having to work a little harder now probably as we're getting close to the end. 3 more. Abs are in. Last 2. I'm gonna check out one more time. Now what you're gonna need after this one is both dumbbells. I prefer you go a little more medium-ish, but again, if you just have the lights, we'll work with that. Just shoulder presses. I'm gonna stagger my feet a touch, 1 forward, 1 back a little. That helps me keep my butt tucked underneath me. Press up. Straight arms, 2. They don't have to touch together. 3, as long as you get your arms to go straight. 4, 5. After all those push-ups, oh my. Feeling it, right? 6 more. 5. And 4. Try to get the arms to go straight. 3, unless the shoulders are having a problem with that. 2. 1 more. Did it. All right, so I'm gonna grab one of my heavier weights. We're gonna go with a repeat of the plie squat and the overhead triceps. Feet are wide, weight is up here. Let's do a couple on their own, so remember what we're doing. Weight's gonna go just behind the back of the head. You ready to plie squat? Yeah? Down there, 1, 2. Elbows might spread out a little bit, but not a lot, okay? 3, you're gonna try to keep them pulled in. 4, hold your belly in. 5, there's a slight bend forward right there. Go some more. 6 more. Keep the heels down. 5, 4. Here we go for 3. You're feeling rock solid, I know you are. 1 more. We need both weights. We're doing our shoulders again. So shoulder press. Give the feet a touch of a stagger. Maybe the other foot forward now. Not a big long stride, okay? Up we go. Now we're gonna take them both up, 1 down at a time for some variety. 2, 3, 4, 5. You want heavy enough weights. you feel work, especially when we hit this point. One at a time, down. 8, 7, trying to keep the other arm up there nice and straight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, I just need one more time. I'm done with those, and so are you. Okay, one more set. Triceps, squatting, plie style. Ready? Up. Here we go. We're gonna squat and do our tris right away. 2, 3. Again, a solid ab area. Go again. Heels stay down. And the good news is, after a few more of the triceps, we'll work on just our legs. Because I have a feeling your upper body could use a touch of a rest, right? 3, 2, 1 more. So we're gonna bring that weight down and just hold it down like that and get down low on your squats. Just pulse it, up, up, up. Almost feels good to just do legs, right? Because the upper body, I think we're starting to feel that. Give me a little more with these plies and the pulses. All right. So upper body's ready to go again. Come on up. You need both your weights for one more set of your shoulder presses. Last set. We're gonna go ahead and do a little stagger with the feet, one front, one back a little bit. Here, both up, singles down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're doing great. 6, I know you can do this. Other arm way up there. The spine is long and tall. Think about pulling that spinal column up out of your hips. 4 on this one. 3, 2, 1 more. You made it. Good job. All right. Let you breathe for a few seconds. Next one, we're doing some squats and biceps with a few more shoulder presses. Okay. So I have my feet about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna have my weights, they're a little bit heavier today, ideally for this one. So as we squat, we're gonna bicep curl. We come up, push, squat, bicep curl, and straighten the arms, just like that, okay? 2, up, down we go. 3, up, and we squat, and we straighten those arms. 4, and when you squat, sit your butt down, stick your butt out. Up, notice you're not collapsing a lot in the back right there. We're not bending forward a ton right there, okay? So remember that. Woo! How you doing? You want these to be over soon, don't you? I know you do. Last 4. Up. 3. But you're so close. You need 2 more rounds. Good news. After one more, I'm gonna put the weights down for a moment. One more. Up. Okay. Grab your long band, please. Get those weights out of the way. Make sure they're not in a spot where you could accidentally step on them. V-pulls. Slide your hands through the handles of your band. I'm out here today. Band is taut. I'm gonna do all these from a bent forward position. Back like that. Bend the hips, stick out the hips, and bend the knees. Both arms down, both arms up like that. 2. Notice how the band stays taut. 3. See how it's not getting saggy? 4. And I pull it right back into my shirt. 5. Notice the back, nice and straight. Some more. This is another one. You want to hold your abs in. Use the upper back there. 5, 4, 3. All right, we got it. 2 more. One more time here. Done. You'll see those again with a little bit of variety, but grab your weights again. We have to do another set of bicep squats with the shoulder press, okay? Position your feet. You're about shoulder width apart. Toes point forward. Biceps and squats, here we go. Come up, push, and down, and straighten. 2, and I know you need enough grip with the hands to hold your weights, but it's not crazy tight. No. 4. If you're like me, you're sweating by now. So the weights, we don't want them to slide out of your hands. But really tight grips don't do a lot of good. They can send the blood pressure up a little bit. If you have arthritic fingers, that doesn't help. Drop your hips. I know you're feeling it, come on. We got a little bit more to go to this set. How low can you go in your squat? Let's focus on that. I know upper body is doing a lot of work. I've got 2 more total rounds, so do you. Come on. 1 more. Up and then down. And you're done with that. Good. Grab your band. So this is where we get some variety, okay? And we might get a little bit of balance work on that one. Out here again. Pull the band back against the shirt. Bend forward. 1 arm down at a time, like this. All right? If you feel all right with balance, same side leg, slide it back like that, okay? Totally stability and balance here. Looking down a little bit. Keeping the abs in tight, not letting them go. Keeping the band working, not letting it get saggy. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. You're all done. I think you're gonna see those again. 1 more time. Go grab your weights. And if you're saying to me, look, my shoulders can't do anymore. Don't worry, you're not doing any more shoulders. But you're gonna do 1 more set of bicep curls, okay? So I wanna squat, toes point forward. Position your elbows so they're out to the sides of the rib cage. Let's review the arms really quick. Bicep curl out to the corners like that, okay? You ready to squat? Yes. 1, stick out your butt. 2, just be happy your shoulders are moving. 3, 4, now when we do this kind of squat, we want our knees to point forward. 5, so don't let yours buckle out, okay? Breathe. The beauty of this kind of work is we keep moving, the heart rate goes up a little bit. Burning calories is not a bad thing. So I got 4 on these, okay? Straight wrist on the way down, notice that? 2 more, butt goes out. 1 more right here. All right, no more weights today. Yay. But you do have your band for a little while, okay? Slide your hands to your handles. I'm gonna repeat that last exercise with the single V-pulls and the single legs. So you're out here. You're gonna pull back against your shirt. You're gonna bend at your hips, stick out your tailbone, bend your knees. 1 arm at a time down, okay? Looking down a little bit. Same side leg, sail it back. 1, stomach in. 2, back's not moving. 3, you're not dipping down your shoulder. 4, 5, so we're looking down for the most part, okay? 6, unless you gotta occasionally watch me here. How's your upper body? Is it hanging in there? 6, 5, 4, abs tighter. 3, I know, 2 more, but I also know you're gonna make it. 1 more time here, okay? Yay, all right. So we're gonna keep this band close by. I'm gonna pull my mat back. I need this mat again, and you need yours too. If you're just on carpet, that's okay. But if you're on a wood floor, you need a little cushion, obviously. So we're gonna start with a little bit of core work. We're gonna have our knees bent, heels on the floor, grab the backs of your thighs, and just round back here. So these exercises we're gonna do with a rounded back. Remember that, your back is rounded, not flat. Let your hands go, just go back up little teeny bits. I think we'll take advantage of that music right now. 4, 5, this is in. 6, as much as you're able to, okay? Hands up a little higher. Makes the work a little bit more. 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more time. So you're gonna do is pause that for a moment and just hold. You good? Now we're gonna keep our feet separated a little bit. We're gonna stay back here, lift up the leg, lift up the leg, lift up. Now, if you're getting up here with your shoulders, just ease them down. It's easy to do, hunch those shoulders. Sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. Up, up. And what I'm gonna do each time my leg goes up is move my body back a little bit, like that, like that. Little tiny crunch that we add onto the legs here, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a small movement, of course. 4 more of those. 1 more of each. Last one. All right, so taking a brief rest there. Straighten out your legs, grab your band again. You weren't done with it, right? Slide your hands to the handles. Now, as much as you can, I want you to sit up off that floor to where your back is almost perpendicular to the floor. Hopefully you can do that. Not always easy, I know, but we don't want you slumped. We want you to pull up out of those hips as much as you can. Now I'm gonna go back and go up and down with my band like that. So now a little slower than the music. A little more upper back. We're gonna put some abs to that very soon. I'll take 2 more reps here with your band. And then I wanna keep the band on the shirt, and I'm gonna round back a little bit, okay? Stomach is scooped in, a little back, a little up. Tiny little crunch here, okay? Arms are still out there, band still against the shirt. Oh no, you thought you were kind of done with upper body, right? Yeah, I was kind of hoping so too. Come on, straight arms, keep your band against that shirt. You're gonna make this work for 4, and 3, and 2, 1 more. All right, so I know your upper body needs a rest, so we'll give it to it, okay? But you're not done with that band. You're gonna see it again soon. Feet up off the floor. Let the arms go. Find your stability. Now we're just gonna pedal out the feet. 1, 2. So my challenge to you here is to not move the torso, just the legs. 1, 2. So we're getting some quads here. While we're working our core is the stabilizer. Shoulders down. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Now my movement is staying kind of small. Sometimes the smaller movement is what really works you, isn't it? Last 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, all set. So what we're gonna do is just cross the ankles briefly way out in front of you. And now put the other one on top, and let's do a super quickie stretch right there. And we're not done. Grab your band again, okay? So I've got my knees bent a little bit, my heels are on the floor. I slide my hands through the handles. I pull my band back against my shirt. I'm trying to sit up tall for a moment. And now I'm gonna round back a little bit. Now keeping this band on my shirt, I'm gonna do a little turn one side, then to center, other side. 3, now you wanna try to keep your thighs still. Twist, twist, band is still on the shirt. Knees, we're trying to minimize how much they go up and down, right? Try to keep them still. Head goes with, over, over. Get your arms out there. Your band is still on your shirt. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Now we're gonna let that go. Drop the band again, deposit it. You might see that band one more time today. All right, pick up your feet, grab your hands. We're gonna do that twisting motion now, okay? So I'm gonna go one side, center, other side, center. 3, keep your feet up. 4, this one's gonna really hit your hips a bit and your thighs. Talking the front of those hips. Over, over, over. Come on, keep those feet up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Hang in there. 4, 3, 2 more, 1 more. Good, guess what? That one's done for a moment. Straight legs again. Just give you a little breather in your back. All right. Yeah, you gotta grab your band again. Oh my. Last set with the band today though. That's all good though, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start this out. Think about eyebrow level and your back is up pretty tall. So I'm gonna pull this down below the chest into the rib cage. and out there. Think about eyebrows and bust line, okay? What a combination, 2. So I'm just keeping the back up tall here, 3. If you're feeling this in the front of the thighs, 4, you are very normal. You should be. Takes a lot of effort here to stay stable. Keep pulling your spine up out of your hips. Now if this is just getting too much in the thighs, bend your knees a little bit, put your heels on the floor. But I want you to try to push yourself here for 3 more repetitions. 2 more. 1 more to go. Did it. All right, so I'm gonna let that band go. I think we could handle laying down for a moment, yeah? Bring your knees in with you. Straighten up your legs, hold the hamstrings for a brief moment here. And drop your hands down. Now we're gonna do a little hip raise. Little hip up, little hip up. 3, notice I'm just lifting the hips up. I'm trying to not rock my shoulders into that. Up, up. Now let's slow it down a little bit because I know you might be tempted to use momentum with that. And up, so you shouldn't be jerking off the floor. If you need to press off through your hands a little bit, that's fine. Up, and up. I think we're still working legs today, aren't we? Yeah, that's kind of intentional. So last 2, 1 more, and you're gonna bend your knees and hold them for a moment, okay? So we're not totally done with that. We wanna go back up. We're gonna take your hands behind your neck, that curve of your neck, and we're gonna get our knees to go straight, hopefully. Now we're gonna lower forward a little bit, just enough where you can still keep your lower back down, keep the top of your pelvis tilted back into the floor. Now little teeny scissoring, 1, 2, teeny. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all it takes is a tiny little motion there. So still using the core, the abs as stabilizers, and still working the fronts of the legs. 1, 2, 1, and 2. 1 and 2. I know you want to be finished. We will be soon. 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2. Bend the knees. All right, just breathing for a few seconds. Legs back up in the air. There's more. You ready? Go forward with those legs a little bit. Now I'm still have the top of my pelvis tilted back into the floor. Single leg out, in. Going side with each leg, side with each leg. Out, together. If you don't feel that, you just need to move your legs down a little bit lower in the start position, and you will. Out and in, out and in. Out, in. I want to do a little longer, come on. Out, together, out, together. Let's check out last batch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pull your knees in. I know those legs need a little rest. What we're gonna do is roll you up. We're just about done, okay? Heels are on the floor. Grab the backs of the thighs, round back, stomach scooped in. We're gonna take your hands, cross them over that chest, the collarbone area, and we're just gonna go back for 2, up for 2. Back, back, up little teeny bits. Remember how I said earlier, if the movement is real small, chances are it's gonna be a little harder. Back, back, up. Are you scooping your abs as tight as you can right here? Go back, go up. Tiny movement. We want to barely see you moving right here. And again, back, back, up, up. Clock says you're almost finished. Okay, come on. Back, back, up. Do it again. And back, and up. Come on, hang with me. You got 2 more of these. Take it back, take it up. 1 more time. Go back, go up, and once you cross those shins in front, will you be happy if I tell you you made it? Because you did. That was a good solid 30 minutes of work there, everybody. Put the other foot on top. This is to stretch out the back and those hip flexors. Always feels so good here at the end to say we're done. I want to stretch out your quads. They were doing some heavy duty work today, weren't they? So we're going to lay down on one side. this bottom leg is bent, you're pulling your heel up. And I'm gonna send the knee right out to the side. I wanna stay looking forward right here. Adjust this as needed if your knee doesn't bend that much. Do what's best for you. If you have a lot of good flexibility, just pulling that thigh back a little bit more. Switch. I'm just gonna roll over to the other side. On my elbow, bottom leg bent. Bring that heel back right there. Feel so good about what you just did. You just worked really, really hard. That was not an easy one. A few more moments, but it's nice and short and sweet, and we get a lot done in that half-hour block. All right, we're gonna let it go, okay? So I'm gonna keep sitting on my mat, and I'm gonna put one foot out and cross the foot over. For me, my right foot's over. And I'm gonna look over my right shoulder and put my right hand behind me. My left knee's hugging in that hip quite nicely. So this isn't just about the hip and the outer thigh, but this is a little bit about your back too. Kind of stretching a little more out to the sides of your back there. We hold for a few more moments with that side. The foot that's on the floor should be nice and flat. Now I'm just gonna turn to the other side. You're welcome just to stay where you're at and pop the other foot over. And hug that elbow around the knee, turn. You are lifted up pretty tall here, okay? A wee bit longer with this hip curl. Make sure you're breathing. This part feels so good because you know you've accomplished a lot. Maybe I'll have to do it too, again. Let it go, all right? So I'm gonna keep a little bend to my knees. I don't wanna stretch out my shoulders. I'm gonna go ahead, bring an arm across me like that and keep my shoulder down. So what I mean by that is I wouldn't have it way up here. It's angled down a little bit. Now before you switch sides, bring the arm behind you. So my other hand is gonna hold onto my knees to stabilize me. I'm gonna keep looking forward here and pulling my arm back just enough where I can open up that chest and the front shoulders because I know earlier those muscles did a ton of work. So now we're gonna switch arms. So this one's gonna go across first. We're in the front. Holding on to that. Just a wee bit longer with that front shoulder stretch. And now you're gonna bring that arm out to the side and then behind you. Other hand can kind of brace you on your legs there. Reaching way back. Remember, you're gonna keep your body facing front though. Go. You can have straight legs here. Our hands are behind us. We're gonna prop up really tall. Our chest is out. We're gonna drop the head down for a moment. And we're gonna bring our head up and we're gonna tilt our ear to our shoulder. And we're gonna bring the head up and we're gonna tilt the head to the other side. And our head is back in the center. Grab those hands. I want you to lift your spine up really tall. We're gonna breathe in. We're gonna blow it out, and you're all set. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you again next workout.